Get what you missed on Pearl Overdrive.
In the beginning, there was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's the most underrated. It's the most underrated verse. That's according to me. Now, I need you to know that words trigger a lot of things. It triggers thoughts. Words are the mothers, or words are the mother of all creation, okay? And you can create a situation in someone's life that might be misleading or even just best at guiding, okay? Words can cause peace or havoc. Words can cause reconciliation or chaos. Words can actually destroy relationships. But the good thing is that words can build. Words can change hearts and minds. Words can convince. Words can show the true expression of love. And through words, just words, there could be the creation of a beautiful, beautiful world, okay? But the reason as to why we often have a back and forth is because we start with the thought. The thought goes into, it becomes words. And these words become something that you don't agree with. So the matter becomes, people who agree with me will walk with me. People who don't agree with me will walk against me. All this to mean, even what I call you can be misleading or even best at guiding. I may be calling you, hi, friend, but I'm not really your friend. It needs to be backed up by action. So that's why today's topic was simple and we threw words here or there. Oh, sijui, can someone call you a pet name? But these are words. Does it mean that every word that you're saying does not have meaning? Do you attach meaning to every word that you say? That's one thing that you need to ask yourself. Because how many people have had their hearts broken? Unaituanga tu babe, unajuanga it's just me. By the way, I'm reserving, Lord, this is the person I've been reserving myself for, only to realize that muko wengi, hiyo ni jina ya community. Remember when they were saying community husbands and stuff like that? Yes. And you need to just be careful on how you address people or even call them. I'd rather you call me Brian Aseli. Even when you're married and you don't feel like calling me baby, it's okay. Call me Brian Aseli. That's the name that was given by my parents, and it was ordained by God, because your parents, any name that they give you is the name that's going to be used in the book of life. So personally, I'd advise anyone out there who's using words in general, not just pet names, words in general, to declare an intention that you can't back with actions. I pray that you may drop them in Jesus' name. Why? Because you're misleading and misguiding people.
You know, it's interesting because we have two sets of people right here. We have people who don't mind being called pet names. If anything, it means that, this person values me. But we have the person who would rather not be called a pet name, but they understand their place in this person's life. And I think it's unfortunate because whenever you hear someone calling you or referring to you with a pet name, of course you know that I have a very soft spot in this person's heart. This person has high regard for me, and could be that is not the case. This person just calls everybody with a pet name. And so it's very important, as you said, for people to distinguish, am I calling you this pet name simply because I just want to call you, or am I actually acting like I'm your babe? Am I really acting that I'm your bestie? Am I acting like I'm your friend if you're just friends? So I think I'd rather not be called a pet name, even with my personal person, if they don't act up to that word, So if you're calling me honey or darling or whatever, you're calling me your BFF, then you need to act up and be my BFF. Whenever I'm crying, whenever I'm happy, show up and be the BFF that I want you to be, or I would desire for you to be. So I'd rather you don't really run after the pet name and say, by the imagine to me date 7 years na hani tangi I'd rather you be satisfied with the fact that this is your person, whether they call you a pet name or not, but you understand your place in their lives. Yes.
And there's the freedom that comes with dating someone. When you're dating someone, or when you're almost dating someone, make sure that they don't rob you of your freedom. The freedom of growing as a person. We look the same every day, but we change every day.
True.
Thousands of cells die in our bodies every day. Same with our thoughts. You might have loved me yesterday, but today your mind has really changed. And 5 years later, I think we need to have this conversation about outgrowing a relationship. Because sometimes you're staying with the same person, but you don't know if you're growing apart or you're growing together. So sometimes I might call you babe, but you're not really my babe. I'm not feeling you. I'm calling you babe so that you've gotten used to this normalcy of me calling you pet names. That's when you know that everything is okay.
Yeah.
So when I call you this pet name, I know I'm going to get something from you, either money, attention, or even respect, or even just the closeness. So these words might be a bridge that can bring us together, or it might be something that'll cause a rift in between us. Because if you know that you're the love of my life and I call you babe, you feel like that name specifically is special to me.
Yes.
The freedom of announcing that, you know what, this guy has actually announced and said that we are in a relationship. He calls me babe. Then you realize that he calls so many other people babe. You need to address it because it's something that might ruin who you are. And even your freedom to just say that this is someone I'm dating, or this is someone that I'm not dating, but they call me babe.
And also don't be bound with the name. I mean, if you know, it's interesting because at times when you're dating someone and they call you babe, and then the other day they refer to you with your name, you start wondering, what have I done?
Unaingia panic.
Kai, nimefanya nini? Joanique, darling, leo. What is happening? You know, don't be bound to that name. So long as you understand the place that you have in that person's life and the place they have in your life, it's all good.
But it's true. Sometimes you call your plus one ati Joanique. Anakwambia mimi si Joanique, mimi naitwa babe.
Jina yangu ni babe.
So be careful. Words could be very misleading and misguided. Always go back to the character. Okay?
Join Brian Aseli and Joanique on Pearl Overdrive.
Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.